My name is Roberto Rivera, and I'm an artist that was born in El Paso, Texas, Segundo Barrio, New York Hospital, 1974.
Nice.
Yeah. The earliest memory I have as a kid, I would lay down on the living room floor and just stare up at the coffee table and paint underneath the coffee table. Awesome. So every coffee table that we ever had a revolving mural, if you will.
Natural gift for
No,
art.
because I've had to work at it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was blessed with creativity or a creative eye, but the actual technique of painting and laying things down and drawing, that's a skill that I've had to build on my own over the years.
And then last time I was here, you had talked about like getting into galleries, and about 13 years ago you left because really there was no outlet for artists to show your work unless you maybe fit that traditional cast or traditional.
Oh, here in El Paso.
Here in El Paso.
Yeah,
at least.
yeah.
Here in El Paso, yeah.
Well, see, here in El Paso at the time, I first of all didn't have money to do my work as far as having access to oil paints or even high-grade acrylics. You know, what I had access to was paper, pencil, pen, markers, and low-grade acrylics, or house paint, or, you know, Home Depot paint. So I was doing work with those type of materials. And I guess when I approached people, they saw my work as very sophomoric, or I don't know, I can't go to how they thought or what they thought about it, but they would just assume that the materials I was using were found materials, and they were found. I would paint on found objects. Mm-hmm. You know, I would paint on whatever I had, you know. And then I started moving more on paper because that's what I could afford. And so then it was like, well, we like your work, but put them on canvas or put them on boards. And I was like, well, I had boards and canvases before, but you guys didn't like the paint I was using. Now I've got nice stuff on paper, and you guys don't like the paper. So I got discouraged, and I quit. I was like, fuck this, you know. I quit in a weird kind of way, not on myself, just on promoting myself here in El Paso. I found art at a very early age, and it was the murals that were up in El Paso. We've always had murals, and we've always had public art here that's always been visible. So it was a combination of all the barrio art, and the schools would take us once a year to the art museum, and I loved that. I loved it. So those trips, and summer camps at the YWCA that I went as a kid, we had arts and crafts. So it was a combination of seeing the art in the streets, seeing the art in the museum, and then doing arts and crafts at summer camps as a kid, or, you know, Boys and Girls Clubs kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. All that nourished what eventually would become my work. Just do it. Just do it. And do it for yourself. You know, re-examine why you're doing your art within yourself. Okay? If you're, again, we had this conversation, if you're painting and you're drawing for money, well, you're not going to get very far unless you're a virtuoso, unless you have some amazing stuff that appeals to a mass market. The reality of the situation is here, my artwork doesn't appeal to a mass audience. My artwork appeals to a very fine select group of people. You know, and that's the difficulty in selling my work. Not everyone's going to want this on their living room wall. You know, because it doesn't go with their couch, bro. You know? Yeah. So everyone wants to buy, what's going to go good with my couch? What's going to match my furniture this month, you know? My artwork doesn't do that, you know? So the artwork that a lot of artists, commercial artists sell, they make a lot of money doing it, you know? You know, so I would tell the kid, step back, analyze your thought process of why you're doing the art, and then if you don't like that answer, then change it and continue to figure out why would be, or what would be a more positive way of, or reason to paint or to draw or to do music.